Hello, hello, friends. This is Becky with Becky Budgets, just coming on here, and I'm so sorry it's a day late. But as you know, I can't get my week started without having my budget. The reason I didn't film yesterday was because my dad and I had a daddy-daughter date. He invited me to go see the Mannheim Steamrollers in concert, which I grew up listening to every Christmas. And we both agree that they sounded better in person. So if any of you guys are thinking of going to see them, definitely go see them. They sounded phenomenal in person. Let's go ahead and get started with this week's paycheck. So we're getting set for my husband's December 15th paycheck. I am kind of in limbo as to what he's going to be paid every week. So I'm going to put him down for $350. $650. I'm hoping that that is what he'll bring in this week. And then I do have to put a spot for savings because I did have to dip in and take $150 out of our savings. Now, 50 of those came out of our medical fund, and then 100 came out of our emergency fund. And it has a lot to do with the fact that I am going through this IUI cycle, and I ran out of some medication. As I had mentioned before, the insurance pays for a majority of the treatment, but every time I have to refill a medication, it's $150. So we did have to go ahead and pull the money for that. And we didn't have enough in our medical fund. So I had to pull from our emergency. So I'm very happy that we had that $100 overage in the emergency fund to do this without getting into debt. Now, when I add these two values together, we are left with an income total of $800. Now, the bills that are due this week are my husband's student loan, which is through Advantage. And that's due on the 15th. Then we've got my husband's Microsoft, which is for his Xbox. We've got the Cricket subscription. And all of these are due on the 15th. Nationwide, which is our dog's insurance, is going to be due on the 21st. And then the Apple subscription, which is also due on the 21st. Now I'm going to skip a couple lines and put, I guess I'll just put the name of the medication I renewed, which is called Menopur, so that I can account for that money that we took out of savings. So the Advantage we've got at a budgeted amount of $181. Microsoft is $16. Cricket is $11. Nationwide is currently at $154. And then the Apple subscription is $21. Now the Menopur was $150. So let's go ahead and add those values together. So we've got the 181 plus the 16, the 11, the 154, the 21, and the 150, which gives us a total of 533. And when we take 533 away from our income, that's going to leave us with $267. Now, moving down to our variable expenses, we definitely have to go ahead and fill food because all I have left is the $100 buffer. So we've got to put $100 in there. And then my tank is at about half. My husband is probably due for gas soon. So I'm going to go ahead and put $50 towards his gas since that is a necessity. We're going to go ahead and skip the others, which is going to leave us with an envelope total of $150. Now, when we take $150 away from the $267, that's going to leave us with $117. Now here's where we need to make a choice. We're going to be on week 50 for the 52-week challenge. And if we take $50 and put it into the 52-week challenge, then we can't fill our sinking funds. At the moment, it is more important to both my husband and I to go ahead and fill our sinking funds. So we are going to forego putting money into the 52-week challenge. And that is something that we came to a decision on together. I had not expected the end of the year to be so tough on us, and taking $50 to put into our moving fund is just not conducive right now. I am looking forward to the new method that we have for 2023, where it's going to be a more even amount that goes in there every week to make things a little easier on us. So medical is going to go ahead and get 25. Vet, household, car maintenance, and gifts will get 15 each. Vacation gets its $5. Car registration and renter's insurance get $3 a piece. And then the 4 to round everything up to $100 goes to emergency fund. When we take the 100 away from the 117, we're left with $17. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put $17 towards our snowball, which is going to go ahead and give us that zero-based budget. Now, if my husband does bring in more than $650, what we're hoping to do is to put more money towards our variable expenses. I think that with the scope of how things are going, anything that's left in our Christmas fund, I'm going to go ahead and transfer over to our moving fund, and we're going to just hold off on filling that 52-week challenge for the rest of the year. I think we made it pretty far. We made it to week 48, so I'm happy about that. But we are struggling at the moment. As always, let's go ahead and check my math. So we have 800 in our income minus the 533 for our bills, 150 for our variable envelopes, 100 to our sinking funds, and then the 17 to the snowball. And that, my friends, gets us to that zero-based budget. Thank you so very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this content. I absolutely love each and every one of you, and I want you to know that. I also wanted to take a small little moment to say thank you to, I don't know if you pronounce your name Lena or Lena, but thank you so very much for adding the funds into my Buy Me a Coffee fund in order to fund half of my nails. Thank you so very much. And I was able to put that money right back into our Christmas fund so that it is not lacking. That being said, my friends, we are expecting a big blizzard tonight. If you are in the Southwest area, I hope that you stay warm and that you don't get very much snow. I know that we're expecting anywhere from 3 to 13 inches. So we'll see how much the Denver metro area gets. Stay warm, my friends. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. And I'll be back on Wednesday with our spending update. Take care, my friends. Bye.